society as tech people. It's not how the world works. People use a lot of these tools to misinform, to manipulate, to do even worse things. And it's going to get a lot worse because of AI. AI will allow you to individually target people and make them believe things which are completely and utterly false.
It's going to make it more addictive in your mind. It's going to make it more manipulative. And actually, one of the examples that you use is TikTok and the relative popularity of TikTok, because actually this is a platform that in your mind is doing this best today.
Well, TikTok is particularly good at targeting based on people's interests, and they do a very, very good job of it. The question is, what is it doing to young people's minds? In our article, we point out that young people below the age of 16 are not allowed to do many, many things in societies because their brains are not as well developed. And yet they have full access to every both good and evil thing that every adult does in the world, including things like pornography and videos of horrific crimes and things like this that you would never want your teenage child. And the data indicates that it's particularly bad for preteens and in particular for preteen girls. Lots and lots of evidence that there needs to be regulation around the age of access to this, as well as some other things as well.
We'll come back to that because I know one of the ways that you want to address this is talking about raising the age of internet adulthood to 16 and actually enforcing it, which I think is perhaps the stronger point here. But there's one other angle too in your warnings, which is the influence of autocratic leadership around the world, the TikTok equivalent in China, for example, and how they flood the system with pro-government information. Similar story with Russia around the Ukraine war too. The power to influence politics around the world, also an important factor.
So what I learned in running YouTube was that things that are seen cannot be unseen. And that's especially true of video. So when you produce a fake video, which is going to happen a lot in this next cycle of elections, even if you tell people that it's fake, even if they know before they watch it, it changes their behavior for reasons we don't fully understand. So I will tell you that everyone, all the players, whether it's governments and our opponents or corporations or special interests, are going to be producing things which are intended to either manipulate or misinform us using technology that is spread very, very broadly. It's extremely easy to use this technology. It's extremely easy to find it. The fact of the matter is the diffusion of this technology is accomplished and it's available globally. You have no idea today who made the video and the image that you're viewing on a social media platform today. You honestly just don't know. How can that be okay?
I mean, what happens in a society where you literally trust nothing, where your children can trust nothing?
We don't know what happens when society's beacons, that is the governance and the culture and so forth, are so easily manipulated. In our article, what we suggest is that there are some relatively simple modifications that can be done. And before we talk about the specifics, I should say that AI itself is an extraordinary achievement. That the development of an AI doctor and an AI tutor and so forth will raise intelligence capabilities all around the world. So please don't hear that this is a reason to stop or whatever. We just have to manage it. When electricity showed up, people understood it was dangerous. Thank God they didn't stop electricity. They just figured out a way to live with it. We're going to have to live with this invention of this incredibly powerful technology with what I believe are some reasonably sensible changes in how the social media works. When I talk to political leaders about AI, which is what I do seems like every day, what they really want to talk about is social media.